But when you get a tad better every day, and you look back on the course of the past year, you are miles ahead of the people who just said, I'll start Monday. I'll start tomorrow. It's only one day. It's just a little bit. It's one podcast. It's one TV show. Oh, I'll watch another show on Netflix. Not a big deal. Hey, happy Monday. It is Mindset Monday, and this is how we're going to start off our week. Mindset Monday, if you are not familiar, is where I will share with you a quick, positive perspective that you can take throughout the week. Other formats of the show, if you are not familiar with, every Wednesday I have a full-length format. I will sit down and have a real, raw, unscripted conversation with a buddy of mine, someone I've done some life with, someone who has done some things in life. They'll share some struggles, some successes, some triumphs, some lessons they learned along the way. And those are really one of my favorite formats. If you haven't caught one of those, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Saturdays, I do something called a strategy sprinkle, which is a short form episode. I break down a practical, tactical tip to help you improve and to be more wholly successful, not just, being great at work, but also being great at home, to really have the most complete success in both your personal and professional life. But today, being Mindset Monday, we're going to share a positive perspective for the week. This week, that perspective is one small step toward a goal. Okay? And I want you to understand that. One small step toward a goal. Okay? Lao Tzu said, even the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And I want you to think about that for a second. Because there are a lot of us who are sitting there with this 1,000-mile journey in front of us. It could be climbing out of debt. It could be health. It could be divorce. It could be depression. It could be anything that's burdening you right now. Okay, a lot of times the thing that is right in front of you is going to feel even bigger because it is all consuming. If you've got one of those in your life right now, and most of us do in some area, it can be daunting to try and figure out, how do I overcome this thing? Okay, because a lot of times you're going to sit there and you're going to think about all of the things that you need to do. Right? You're thinking about, how do I accomplish this and then that, and then what if this happens? What if that happens? What if this happens? And then how do I get from here to there? How do I do all of these things? Because it feels overwhelming. Single step. Okay? You have to be able to pause. Understand that you are not going to be able to jump from the bottom of Mount Everest to the top in one jump. Okay? You're going to have to take one step at a time. It's the only way you're going to get there. Every person who's ever done it the same way. One single step at a time. Okay, and other people have been through things that you're going through right now. And I don't say that to belittle the thing that you're going through right now as if it's not a big deal. Okay, whatever it is that you've got on your plate right now, own it. But I want you to understand, it is overcomable. Okay, you are not stuck in this spot for the rest of your life. You can and will get through it. But it's going to take you taking action to take one step at a time in the right direction. Now, I heard this quote that said, what would you do if you didn't know how to get from A to Z? Because it feels overwhelming, feels daunting, feels impossible. And the answer there, if you can't see all the way through the forest to the other side yet, is focusing on taking the next step, is looking for, where do I put my foot next? That single footstep. Okay, you work on, how do I put my foot down in the direction of my goal and do it. All of us want success. We want wealth. We want perfect health. We want amazing relationships. And we think we can just take a magic pill, take an injection, learn the secrets from some guru who's going to sell you a course, who's going to solve all your problems magically. And those things are not going to happen. It's going to take work. It's going to take discipline. It's going to take action. That's it. There's not really some amazing, super crazy secret that I can give you. The secret is you got to just keep taking steps. Every single person who has accomplished anything in life, or if you look at people who are ahead of you, who are where you want to be, they didn't jump there. They took steps one at a time. Now, there are going to be some people who have been placed in positions through connections, through leverage, through other ways. Yeah, and I will assure you, if they have not done the work to take the steps necessary to build themselves up, to get there, their time spent in that destination will be short-lived. Because you got to realize this too. The journey is where you learn to handle the destination. Okay, if I just pick you up right now and hand you $1 billion, look at all the lottery winners. Look at the professional athletes who come into sudden money and lose it all. They didn't go through the process of taking the steps one by one to learn the things that they were going to need to know once they got to the destination. Okay, you got to realize that the journey, the process of taking those steps, of going bit by bit, okay, even though it could be painful, it could be frustrating, it could be annoying, that's where the magic happens. And if you try and skip that part, because you just want to fast forward and get the thing at the end, right? You want to get that pot of gold at the rainbow, pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I said that right? You're going to lose it. Maybe not right away, but eventually that reckoning will come. And you'll soon realize that the lessons that you skipped out on, because you wanted to fast forward through taking the steps, are going to come calling. And it's going to hurt. Really, really, really bad. Because you got to taste it. And now you lost it. But the people who take one step at a time, yeah, it might be slow. Yeah, I'm sure you wish it was faster. Okay, but you also got to remember, people aren't out there broadcasting their daily steps. The people that you see, the overnight success stories, they've had years and years of failure. Years and years of slow steps. They just didn't have a news van in front of their house. They didn't have someone following them around like a documentary crew all this time. So it wasn't exciting. They couldn't sell ads on it. So you only get to see the overnight success story, and you think that somehow for you, going slow, you're broken. It's wrong. You're just not meant for it. Right? There's something wrong with you. You're not gifted enough. You're not talented enough. You don't deserve it. It's bullcrap. Stop lying to yourself. Those are excuses that we tell ourselves because it feels better when the thing that we want doesn't come fast enough. We just say, oh, wasn't meant for me. Because it makes you feel better. It gives you an out. And that thing that you really want doesn't happen right away. You got to put one foot in front of the other and take that next step. And I want to emphasize this too. It is not just a matter of making a decision. Okay, making the decision is extremely important. The decision to go out there and chase after what you want. But it doesn't end at decision. A buddy of mine told me this. He said, 3 frogs are sitting on a log. One of them decides to jump in the lake. How many frogs are left on the log? Most people are going to say 2, or 0, thinking they all went in? The answer is 3. The answer is 3 because even though one frog decided to jump in, he didn't until he took action. Okay, it's not just the decision that you need to make. It is the action of placing that foot down one step forward at a time. That's what I want for you this week. I want you to make a decision on where you're going. If you are not super crystal freaking clear on what the destination is, it is time to get super freaking crystal clear on it. If you need someone to talk to about how to figure that out, talk to me. I'm here for you. Then you need to actually take action. You need to not be a frog on a log. You need to be the one that jumps, that puts their foot down, that gets one step closer. Okay, I understand that you think one step is not that big. It's just one step. When you compound that, when you do that every freaking day, when you get just a tad bit better, okay, and I'll come back to that in a second. But when you get a tad better every day, and then you look back on the course of the past year, you are miles ahead of the people who just said, I'll start Monday. I'll start tomorrow. It's only one day. It's just a little bit. It's one podcast. It's one TV show. Oh, I'll watch another show on Netflix. Not a big deal. You got to take the step. This week, you got to focus on taking that step. Okay, and I want you to have the resources that you need. If you need people around you to encourage you, to support you, to lift you up, I've got a group called the Tad Better Club. Okay, me and a friend of mine, Charlene Norman. We started this with the intention of giving you a community of people who are all looking to get a tad better. Okay, and to make it really freaking approachable, to get the life that you want one step at a time. Not some big, super awesome, amazing guru course where we're going to teach you how to solve all of the world's problems in a $4.99 class. It takes you an hour to do on a Saturday. It's not what this is. Okay, there's not even a cost to it. It's a Facebook community. Go look it up, the Tad Better Club. Get inside. It is people who are committed to being a tad better. That's it. They will love you. They will support you. They will honor you. They will show up and serve. Because part of this is having the people around you to help encourage you along the way. Because the journey sucks sometimes. Okay? Let me be the first to tell you if no one's told you before. Not sexy to say, but I'm not trying to sell you anything here. Taking the step can be lonely. It can be scary. There's a lot to it. But you got to do it. Having people around you to help support you in that makes it 10 times easier. So I want to encourage you again. If you need some people, you need a tribe, please reach out. I'll hook you up. There is no cost. There is no upsell. There is no nothing. It is a group of people who want to support you because they understand, they benefit too. Okay, it's a rising tide lifts all boats. It's a group of people who are there to support each other, to continue giving them that tribe for one step closer every day. And we're taking those steps every day. And they add up. You go look around at the fruit these people have in their lives. Compare it against the people who are sitting on the couch watching Netflix. Look, it's different. The people who make the decision to better themselves, the people who take action to actually walk it out one step at a time, it's different. Okay, this week is about taking that step. One. Just take one. Let me know what that step is for you. I want to hold you accountable to it. This week, make the decision, take the step. See you out there.